was passing one of the ancient villages the other day. The whole thing was cleared out.
Goddamn shame.
I heard you're Queen Bee around here.
Maybe more like Mama Bear. I was raised on Aroa. Been homesteading all my life, so there ain't much I can't do with my hands. More than anything, I'm just here to look out for our people.
And I bet you're good at it. How do you put up with Mads?
Oh, he's not so bad. Once you get past that prickly shell, he's the perfect teddy bear when you need a cuddle in the cold night.
I'll leave the cuddling to you. Besides, I'm still getting that prickly shell.
He just takes a little patience. We don't suffer fools out here. My husband sees something catawampus, he smacks it till it's straight.
Then I'll make sure I'm squared away. What happened in Freeport? I just don't know what to say. You have my condolences.
Thank you. Those people were family. They were good people, didn't do no harm to nobody. It burns me to think that the last thing they saw was some damned machine trying to kill them. It ain't right.
Sentinel's gonna pay for what they did. I'm gonna see to it. Personally.
We need justice.
You have my word.
And thank you for all you did. They'll want for nothing as long as they're here. That poor girl. She's too young to live through something like that. It ain't good for a child to know about those things.
Fox is a good father. He'll protect her.
I'm sure he will. But still, it ain't easy raising a child. I can attest to that. But out here, with all this madness going on and a youngin' to take care of on your own, it can't be easy.
How are the homesteaders feeling about Skell now?
Well, that's not so simple. Nobody's really thrilled with him, as you could have guessed. They avoid him, like the plague. But that suits him just fine. He don't have to mingle with us anyway.
Can't they just learn to live without the small talk?
I suppose I'll have to. People here seem to respect him more now. I guess that's what you call it. We thought he was a heartless fool before. But now... maybe he was just naive. You can't fault a man for that. I see that he really is dedicated and hardworking, and those are values that we homesteaders hold very dear to us.
I'll see you around.
You be safe out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Farmer to freedom.
This shit with Walker has my head spinning.
I still can't believe it.
What if it was him all along?
What do you mean?
What if Walker was the target?
That...
Think about it. They send us to find a missing ship? Conventional guys can do that. Shit, even the Coast Guard. Why us?
Jesus.
They've had a hard-on for him since the Middle East, you know it. And now he's here? It just doesn't add up.
Yeah, but Walker? He's just...
I saw him. I saw him do it. Smoked ghosts just like they were any other assholes.
But they'd have said something.
Would they? They know our history.
Christ. Give me the good old days when a bad guy was a bad guy. You just knew. This is friggin' whacked.
Weaver was a good man.
I'll say. He didn't take a dump without checking his gear.
He didn't take any chances.
How'd he do it?
Don't.
How did he do it?
Like he was some... rabid dog.
Backstabbing piece of shit.
I wonder if Midas made it.
That dude crossed the border outside Juarez. Blackout drunk in ranger panties and flip-flops. If anyone can hold it together out here, it's him.
God. Remember that.
If he's out there, we got a shot.
Maybe.
Give me the three of us. You, me, Midas. We'll find that piece of shit, Walker. Run him right into the ground. We got to. for Weaver.
You're not exactly in fighting shape. Are you even gonna be able to walk again?
I better. This ain't no way for me to go out.
Get some rest, pal. This is a pretty fancy setup for some backwoods yokels.
You're telling me. I've seen a lot of this stuff before, like in army hospitals, if you get my drift.
Wouldn't doubt it.
This is as good as any med hooch we've ever had.
Yeah, well, all things being equal, I'd rather be in one of our camps. At least I'd know I'd signed up for it. How are you holding up?
Shit, man, I'm golden. Hang on, I've been working on my dance routine.
Probably need to get out of that bed first. Plan? That leg's done.
This is killing me. I'm useless here.
You've helped these people.
Sure, I talked them through some guard rotations and security protocols, but still.
We're all doing what we can. I'd rather have you in a fight, but at least I know this place is locked down.
I just can't stand thinking I'm slowing you down.
And I'm just glad you're still around to bug the shit out of me.
Bite me.
I must be some kind of idiot.
Dude, you couldn't have seen Hill switching sides like that.
No, I should have had...
That shit is on him, not you. He made his choice.
How did things get so screwed up?
I can't begin to answer that. So what now?
We got Skell. He's here.
I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but that guy...
What?
I'm just saying. I don't trust him.
Yeah, well, what choice do we have? He says he's got a plan to get control of the drones.
I'll bet he does.
We gotta do something. We got a real problem, man.
What, we out of sour mix?
I mean it. These wolves, they're not regular nuggets.
Yeah, people talk around here. Everyone's scared shitless of them. Harbingers of doom, they say, yada yada yada.
They knew everything I was doing. They're trained, like us. I can only guess they're Walker's new people.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not. Ghosts, without constraints.
I'll go find the sour mix.
Walker's dead.
No matter what happened, I know it wasn't easy. I talk a lot of shit, but I'm sorry things went down this way.
I was so angry. Seeing the things he did, what he became. I thought I'd feel better.
Dude, don't beat yourself up. You're still human.
This is bigger than Walker. He was a symptom. The disease is systemic.
It goes pretty high, doesn't it?
I'm afraid to think about what takes Walker's place now.
Whoever it is, we'll be ready.
I hope so, brother. This environment is, pretty intense. You got any tips for operating out there?
I mean, you know the drill. Don't get behind on drinking water. Dehydration will sneak up on you quick. The fresh water here is safe. These folks use it regularly. Keep that canteen topped off, and don't forget to eat. There's food to forage everywhere, safe plants and wild game. Craft rations when you have time. And don't be above dumpster diving, sister.
That's solid.
You know all this.
Doesn't hurt to hear it again.
You trying to make me feel useful.
Maybe.
Thanks.
I'm not loving how remote this place gets. Things get bad, I don't have a nurse on call like you do.
Great, let's trade places.
I don't like it, man.
Just make sure you keep enough bandages to take care of things before they get bad. Try not to start wrapping your ouchies during a gunfight, though, eh? I remember how slow you are at it from cross-training. Imagine if you have more than one wound.
Give me a break.
And stockpile syringes. They're good for treating your wounds. They'll save you if you're close to done. I mean it. You should be able to find plenty of med supplies out there. Hospitals, outposts, houses, whatever. Don't forget to look.
Gee, I didn't know you cared so much.
Are you done? Because I can't come save your ass right now, so don't screw around.
I'm tired.
I keep thinking about Bolivia.
Bolivia?
Yeah, dude. That goat rope in the jungle, shitty intel, no support, damn near got our asses shot off.
The good old days.
I mean, I get it. Tell us just enough to get the job done. Fine. I accepted that a long time ago. But this is next level shit. I thought Bowman was shady.
Bowman was shady.
Yeah, but everything about this just stinks. I can't shake the feeling that they knew what was happening here. They knew and they didn't say shit.
Tell me about it. Seriously, man, you need to recover. You're way better with drone technology than I am. I need you out there.
Well, you're just gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup. Maybe if you had paid attention in cross-training.
I did, asshole. But it's your speciality. I'm just not as good with those things.
We all have our part to play, right? You've got your wheelhouse, and we all stay pretty much out of your way when you're working. That's how this goes. Keep pushing yourself with new challenges. Learn everything you can. Rally other folks to fill in the gaps.
That's great and all, but I still need you, man.
Aw, you like me. You really like me.
I don't know why I bother.
I know what you're doing, and I appreciate it. I do. God knows I feel useless as hell holed up here. You're just gonna have to find another me.
Another you. Like that could possibly exist anywhere.
Aw, I may cry.
Go to hell.
Here.
You see this coming when Skell first showed up? We need to help out our sick people, but we need to make sure that we stay healthy. So use the proper sanitary procedures out there. Here you go.
When you come around that corner, it's all blockaded off, and you're gonna get a jump over the whole time.
Lucky you found this place.
Rowan Brown knew about this place for a while. We figured sacred ground always makes good sanctuary.
It's pretty damp, though.
It's still a work in progress, all right? We've managed to stay under the radar so far. With all of you, our people, a bunch of Skeltech employees. I don't think you've got room to complain.
Hey, I'm not complaining. This place is great. You take care of your people like a good NCO.
They're their own people. We've no leaders here. Even so, I guess most people do look to me.
Probably what Uncle Sam saw in you, I'd bet. Where'd you serve?
26 Expeditionary. I was infantry in Liberia and the Balkans. UN support off the Somali coast.
The NCO pension didn't suit you?
I got tired of fighting over oil. So when the good old US of A stopped pretending we had any other purpose, so did I. Served out the rest of my enlistment and decided to stay.
If I was you, I would have left the island when Skeltech moved in.
Skell wasn't so bad at the start.
Until he made killer drones and turned the island into an exclusion zone.
Obviously.
Yeah, technology can be a pain in the ass.
Yep.
How's it feel having Skell here?
He's just a person. Granted, not exactly my kind of people. Part of me's disappointed. The man can talk. Even had me starting to believe he was different.
But then came the drones.
Then came the drones. I wonder how many times in his career he's claimed more credit than he deserved. Now all he wants to do is give it away. Hopefully he makes himself useful. Time will tell. In the meantime, I'll talk with Fox instead.
Fair enough. I'm sorry about those folks who died trying to make it to the Wasp.
Appreciate you saying so, I guess. I ain't left Aroa since I decided to stay. Most of us are homesteading here. We made a point of cutting ourselves off from everything.
Small price to pay for paradise.
Once. But now we can't leave.
So you pay a higher price to take it back.
Maybe. But these people aren't warriors. Whatever survived, I get the feeling it wouldn't be the same. Aroa'd be ruined. Just another place where people died.
A lot of new faces around.
Yours included.
It's good of you. Sharing your food, patching us up, and, giving us a place to rest. I know it must be a strain.
Something on your mind?
I'm wondering... how long is this place gonna be a secret?
You think I haven't thought of that? Or what happens if one of these victims turns out to be a Sentinel soldier? I owe my people. I know that. I'll do whatever I have to protect them, first, last, and only if it comes to that.
I get it. But first you have to survive. How come you didn't mention the outcasts before?
Outcasts? They're just disgruntled Skell-Tech folks, having an attack of conscience. They mostly just make noise, loud protests and theatrics.
Haven't you got an enemy in common?
Whatever Skell does to the rest of the world's got nothing to do with us. And if the outcasts have something they want to atone for, that's their business. We were here before all of them, and we'll be here after.
It'd be a pretty island, without all the military contractors and killer drones.
Used to be. I'd get some leave and just walk. I'd spend whole weeks just walking around with a pack on my shoulder.
Yeah, I'm probably getting my share of sightseeing.
These islands have changed hands so much it's like a time capsule. I keep telling myself, one day, I'll get back out there, just see it all again before I'm too old to make the trip. Then again, who knows how far I'd get now.
You homesteaders must hate Skell-Tech's automated farms.
I'm sure some of us would jump at the idea, so long as it meant they were still off-grid.
Come on, seriously? I thought you guys were about living off the earth, being one with nature and all that stuff.
Where'd you get that hippie crap? People got different reasons for being here, Nomad.
And what are yours?
They're mine, is what they are.
So what happened here?
What didn't happen? Skell-Tech. It's utopia. This place was paradise before they showed up with their toys.
Come on, digging in the dirt, worrying if you're gonna have a good crop, weathering hurricanes without any infrastructure? That's paradise?
It was ours. It meant something. These people came here and brought the devil with them.
People always bring the devil with them.
Those people out there, they brought a few extra and they can have them. We're gonna weather the storm here.
So you've got your people, but screw the rest of them.
I got enough people to think about.
Is living in a cave your idea of homesteading?
With Sentinel stomping through the wild, we needed someplace off-grid. Wasn't always like this, you know. Even with Skell and everything. Won't say it was like we were swapping recipes and PTA carpooling, but we got along. There was respect. Things took a turn after the bombing, though.
Got bad, huh?
Started with the curfews and checkpoints. Sentinel soldiers beating people, snatching them up. It's like some kind of nightmare. We had to run. We ain't cut out to fight a war.
And the tighter Sentinel's grip got, the worse it got.
We're simple people. But we're living like vermin, and these soldiers are hunting us down. We hide here, and we make the best of it.
I've seen this before. Too many times.
I'm sure you have.
How are Fox and Harmony holding up?
Bit of a miracle they made it this far. That man couldn't find his nose without a mirror.
He took a big chance trying to get off the island.
And he's got a kid to think about. Things go south, he can't take care of himself, let alone her.
Nobody does it alone.
No, you're right. I've known Fox and Harmony for a little while. I just worry about them. They know they have a home here with us.
Maybe you need to remind Fox. Put him at ease.
Yeah.
Mads, what do your people know about the wolves? They don't seem to fit into Sentinel so well.
They're all sons of bitches.
Yeah, but I don't get the chain of command.
Trey Stone runs Sentinel. His men ain't always the cream of the crop. The wolves are Walker's troops. Now they scare me. They're motivated, well-trained, and efficient.
I've seen that firsthand.
Gossip is that Stone and Walker don't really get along. I don't think Walker's the play well with others type.
You have no idea. Between Stone, Walker, and Paula Madeira, Jay Skell doesn't seem that good at keeping friends.
Nope.
I guess a rich guy like that, a big tech boss, everybody must be wanting something from him.
Maybe. But if folks keep turning on you, sooner or later you gotta ask yourself what part you played.
Nah, he got used.
Dr. Madeira seems to feel like she's the one got used.
She's an engineer, so she's not a doctor.
Does that mean she's wrong?
I guess not. I'll tell you, AI is running too much out there.
When people started putting it all over their homes, that Internet of Things crap, that's when all doubt about homesteading left my mind.
We're only 2 steps away from letting AI make all the big decisions.
Who do you think is making all them micro trades that move the stock market up and down? Who do you think decides if you get that home loan? Who analyzes all the population data that decides government policy?
You've thought about...
Maybe you should think about it more. How much AI are you carrying onto the battlefield?
I don't get how the drones aren't seeing you here.
Well, that's all Jericho. Set up special nets at the openings that hide us from the sensors. Cave walls, take care of the rest. It's a little smarter than I am, so I'll let you ask her if you need more technical details.
Yeah, thanks. You don't look like Skeltech employees.
No. I used to be a Marine at the naval station here. Some of the folks you see, like Maria, my old lady, they lived on the station with their families. When the Navy shut the place down in the 90s, a few of us stayed and homesteaded. We worked a long time to make a place for ourselves on Aroa.
And now you're in Sentinel's way.
Most of my people are holing up here for now. I ain't been home in a dog's age, but I'll stand by any man or woman in green. You soldiers can stay as long as you don't cause trouble. And you lend a hand.
We appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Hey, Genius. What's this thing keeping people in Aroa?
The drone perimeter. We're calling it Operation Citadel. I think Walker came up with the name.
And there's no weak spots.
The perimeter is made up of different interlocking sectors, and each sector has its own drone swarm. Each swarm is managed by an AI that runs through a local relay terminal.
I could see that system working for surveillance, but it took out my chopper without firing a shot.
The swarms, they're made up of dozens of miniature drones that act in unison, like a flock.
You made an artificial bird strike.
No. We made artificial birds to do the job of bees. Pollination. It's Stone and Walker who militarized our swarms to create a deadly shield perimeter. Who thinks like that?
People after power. Skeltech needs to start thinking more like its clients. Walker's dead.
You?
Yeah.
If Walker's dead, why are we still hiding in a cave?
He was middle management. Stone's still out there working with Miles and who knows who else. Citadel's still operational. This is far from over.
You were friends, right? I don't know what to say. He wasn't really...
I know what you mean. We could spend all day listing his sins, and we'd still have plenty more to check off tomorrow.
Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice.
You know that one from memory?
You don't get rich trying to be right all the time. I've had to forgive a lot of people, and Had to ask for forgiveness, too.
Fox called you his best friend.
Yeah, I never thought about it, but I guess he's mine, too.
Times like this, you can count your real friends on one hand. You known him a while? He a buddy from college or something?
No. A few years ago, I hired him as a consultant. He was working on the problem P versus NP.
That literally means nothing to me.
It's a math problem. One of the math problems. But Fox was just so enthusiastic about everything, I widened the scope of his role. He was involved in every non-military project Skeltech had.
He's a good guy to have around.
Absolutely.
What's the deal with this chick on all the video screens? Ayanna Puri.
Yeah, my CFO.
I guess she's just, fulfilling her regular job duties. Sharing the company news?
Yeah. Did you see the one where she said I was crazy? Having a mental breakdown or something?
It's not a bad propaganda campaign.
She's not as smart as she thinks she is. Her strategies were always traditional. She's never had any real vision.
So why keep her?
She seems so genuinely concerned about the employees' welfare. Now I see she's just playing office politics. She's more clever than smart. She's effectively taken over as CEO.
Hey, genius. I always thought you were more of a pacifist. It's a shame you had to start making lethal drones.
I was naive, I guess. I was hope for the best out of people, you know? But a bomb. I bought their logic that if you want peace, carry a big stick line of reasoning. Stone even said, doesn't God have his avenging angels guarding the gates of paradise? I never felt right here. We're building heaven on earth. And we're not gods.
Is that why you kept it a secret, Project Omega? Because, you know, some people might look at it as a PR shield, keeping the image of a pacifist whilst making money on weapons.
PR is important, but you don't wear a seatbelt because you're planning to get into a car crash, right?
You have to be cautious.
Right.
Stay out of trouble.
Focus is my forte.
You ever wonder what's on the other side of all this?
Did you hear? Ballard has a cure.
At this point, I won't believe anything until I see it with my own eyes.
You're a little far from home, aren't you?
I'm here on work. This is no vacation.
You don't look like the typical tourist. In fact, you look like you have a little bit of soldier in you.
What's your story?
I came here looking for a little peace. Instead, I found the wolves.
It sounds like we have a common enemy. What can you tell me about them?
I've been doing recon on those pricks for months now. They're different than regular Sentinel. They're more like you. They're highly specialized. They work in small teams and they're lethal. They got their own op sites all to themselves. They hardly ever leave. They just train.
I'll have to pay them a visit.
What? You got a death wish? You can't fight them alone. They're too good. You'll need a full team to take them on.
Can I count you in?
Like I said, I came here looking for peace. But that doesn't mean I can't tell you where to find a fight. Let me know when you're ready. You'll need a team, so either bring your own or I'll help you find one.
Then I'll show you where to find the Wolves' current off site, and you can get down to business.
Rowan, you got a little military in you.
I guess I still look the part. Hard to wash that stink off, huh?
Tell me about it. Who are you with?
Army, 10th Mount.
Good. That ought to come in handy.
Can't tell who you're with, though. I'd call that a non-standard uniform.
We need deniability sometimes. And honestly, I wear what's comfortable. They let us get away with a lot.
Ah, you're one of those people.
I guess I am.
Reckon you can't tell me the name of your unit.
I could, but...
You'd have to kill me. Right. So, where were you before?
375. For 12 years.
A ranger. I should have known. Ran into a few of your guys in Afghanistan back in '03.
'03. I was there. Busy time.
No shit.
Oh yeah. Jumped into Kandahar in '01. Then went back in '03, '05, '06, '08, and '09.
Well, you definitely smell like a ranger.
You mean like success?
I was gonna say like crayons and sadness.
I like you, bro. So, Rowan, how is it that you settled here on Aroa?
Ah, you know. Classic stuff. Came to the island, found peace. Didn't mind the neighbors until they pulled out the killer drones. The usual.
I'll see you later.
Cool. The battlefield will need more blood. Makes the green grass grow, right?
Fine, but allow yourself a little relief. Right, soon it'll be time to think about the future, and we're gonna need you.
The future? We all need to decide. Sentinel attacked us with a plague, like sneaks, cowards. My brother is dead, children are dead. If we live, we fight. We owe the dead that much.
We agree.
You ready for this fight?
Now we start convincing the others.
We need to help out our sick people, but we need to make sure that we stay healthy. So use the proper sanitary procedures out there.
Those fools can call it a G. Never work out. Of course they took control of it.
How do you fit into this whole Skeltech design?
I was the head of the civic engineering department. Guess you could say I resigned over creative differences regarding Titan.
So you had something to do with designing the infrastructure here on Aroa?
Sort of. I build on top of what the New Zealand and US military started. Every culture has to do that. Build on top of existing infrastructure. The older the culture, the more infrastructure is already in place, the harder it is to modernize. That's why Europe is such a mess.
Why not just tear it up and start over?
Once you build something, like roads, you don't want to unbuild them. Plus, Skell wanted to keep all the existing structures in place as a way to preserve the island.
That seems like a pain in the ass.
I don't mind a challenge. That's what makes me so good at what I do.
So I guess your roads are gonna be a problem for the next person that comes here to design infrastructure.
I doubt it. By the time my roads need to be reworked, people will be flying around Aroa on jetpacks.
All of these drones must use a massive amount of power.
We use more electricity than most third world countries.
So if we pull the plug, we can shut the whole operation down.
There's no plug. The whole island is powered by a diverse, renewable power grid. There are multiple power sources, and no one source powers everything. And all the power sources are renewable. None of them need fuel.
So you built a lethal drone army and gave it unlimited power. No one thought that might be a problem.
Skell insisted our power came from environmentally friendly sources. We have the cleanest power grid on Earth. Also the most expensive. Maybe people like you are the reason Skell had to build his utopia way out here in the middle of nowhere.
How many of these renewable power sources are there?
There's a massive solar panel farm outside Liberty and wind turbines on the west coast. There are also 2 oceanic geothermal plants in the channels between the islands. Those are powered by cold water from Antarctica.
They store all the excess power.
Just north of Liberty, there's a dam. Inside are flywheel capacitors. That's where the energy is stored.
Sounds like you built this power grid to be rock solid. I guess it's gonna be impossible to turn the lights off.
Sorry, I built this place to last.
That's the scary thing about this World 2.0 you built. It can't be rebooted. What kind of air traffic do you get on the island?
Before the perimeter of drones made leaving the island impossible, the only people flying in or out were investors or vacationers. To be honest, we've never had much air traffic. Why do you ask?
I saw an airport earlier. We might be able to land a bird in there.
To evacuate people?
Or explore. I'm just spitballing here.
The Aroa airport near Infinity has the big runway. That's where all the international flights come in.
Any smaller airstrips? Somewhere that could land helos.
Try Liberty Airport. We use it for internal jumper flights. If you're snooping around there, just be careful. Sentinel uses both of them, so they're crawling with security.
What's with the fancy net there on Erewhon's crater?
Well, it's hardly a net, but yes, it is fancy. It's bleeding-edge, multi-layered camouflage equipment that blocks visibility with surrounding environmental patterns. More importantly, it fools the drones. It's how I keep Erewhon hidden and virtually impossible to find.
So it works the way a chameleon would, blending into the background.
A little more advanced, but yes. The fabric uses a signature management system that disrupts thermal patterns, infrared wavelengths, and radio emissions so drones can't run their recognition algorithms. It won't fool the human eye. I mean, if somebody was looking at a drone feed, they might notice something weird, but...
Nobody can check thousands of hours of video feed on Aroa.
Right. It makes hiding things from drones pretty easy. They can't respond to what they don't see. It was developed by Skeltech. Luckily, I just so happen to know how to hijack it. Now Erewhon can remain safe for at least a little while.
I like your style, Jericho. I'll see you around.
Sure. I'll be seeing you.
You heard from Samuel?
Hello, stranger.
Drones. Drones! They're gonna put this thing on
We need to
drones?
help out our sick people. But we need to make sure that we stay healthy. So use the proper sanitary procedures out there. Hey, I get you.
Kidnapping Madeira and sending out hunting parties? Sounds like Stone's got a big heart-on for you suddenly.
Sudden, maybe. You really think we had anything to do with him declaring martial law? Stone would have found a way no matter what happened.
That's one hell of an endorsement.
At least Walker seemed to have a purpose. But if he ever thought he was in control, he was fooling himself. It's only ever a matter of time before Stone remembers he doesn't play well with others.
What's up with the security center?
It's a security center?
A penitentiary in Skell's personal paradise of freedom?
It popped up pretty much right after the outcasts started kicking up dust about Skell's agenda. They sold it to Parliament as a place to hold troublemakers before they could be transferred off the island. But of course, when Sentinel showed up, Skell handed them the keys to help them with their peacekeeping. Weirdly, Sentinel didn't really use it. Not sure if it was too small or what. Most outcast and civilian inmates get sent up to the prison that used to be the survival shelters in Good Hope Mountain.
Any advice for a fight in World 2.0?
The name of the game is take out their drones faster than they can launch them. It's a bitch, but that's why we always carry jammers that'll shut off any live drone or vehicle happening by. At least for a while. Another option would be to make your peace with the devil and use sync-shot drones to take out specific targets.
Sync-shot drones?
They only target humans, though. They can't target drones. There's also a variation on the Legion drone, the ones in the drone swarm. They're like little flying guns that basically take aim in any direction and wait for a signal to execute their target.
Got any lying around?
No can do. We mostly leave those things alone. Kind of goes against what we're trying to be.
Sounds like just another weapon to me.
If you're inclined, you can get them hot out of the oven from Skell-Tech labs or assembly lines. Hell, even some startups might have them. And come to think of it, the Omega Center ought to have plenty.
See you later, Haruhi.
Not if I see you first, Brute Squad.
You ever think we'd end up here?
Have you been able to break it yet? Quiet for a second, I'm trying to concentrate on this. Was that note an E or an F sharp? F sharp? Thanks. I think I cracked this. That Morrison is some genius.
Greetings. Don't be afraid.
Leave me alone.
I'm looking for a scientist named Paula Madeira. You got any idea where I could find her?
I've said everything.
Thanks for that.
Now. No. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing here?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Who'd be that dumb anyway? So what? We get paid the same either way.
Hey. I don't want trouble.
Hey there. Do you know where I can find this weapon attachment?
I can absolutely tell you where to find that.
Thanks for your help.
Still nothing out here.
Huh? There's hostiles engaging, people! How you like that shit? Moving! Moving! I know they're here somewhere. Focus, man! Hey, boys, let's get him! I hit him! You're dead, asshole! Light him up! Shoot those assholes! Shoot them! He's gonna light your ass up! Moving! Moving! I'm going for cover! Get those sons of bitches! Get them, goddammit! Moving to cover! If you see them, light them up. Stay sharp, hombres! If you see those assholes, kill them! If you see them, light them up. Okay. Keep your heads down! I'm moving! Light him up. Okay, okay. Don't let these guys out of here! Stay! Yeah! Stay behind cover! On the move! You're done, assholes! Hit him! If you see those assholes, kill them!
bastard! Let's go!
Don't let these pricks out of here!
Who the hell are you?
My name's Nomad. You were building drones for Walker and Stone.
I was arrested for protesting. They made me work. Making war machines is the last thing on my to-do list.
A lot of people weren't sure what had happened to you. Let's go. I'm sure more trouble's on the way.
How'd you find me?
Daigoro Ito.
Stone said the outcasts were all dead.
Not all of them. What do you know about Stone?
How should I know anything? He seemed to know Cole Walker pretty well. They were best frenemies, know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I do.
I just can't decide where I'd rather be. Blistering cold of this shithole or that rancid heat, humidity down in Bolivia.
Bolivia, any day of the week.
You know, I got this buddy, Stone, from the Ret teams. He set up his own shop, doing contract work down in Mexico. He says down there the weather is sweet, women are soft.
Oh, what's a Ret team?
It's a retaliation team. Super secret squirrel shit.
I thought we were super secret squirrel shit.
Not like me and Stone and the other two bruisers on his team. Hang on. 3 targets, coming out of the building, 12 o'clock, they have rifles.
Ready.
325 meters.
Roger that, 325.
Hold center. Send it. Target's down.
I don't know about contract work.
Tell me that when you have 2 daughters headed to college.
Now look at that. One unlucky fella still squirming.
Misery loves company. There's an asshole hanging out the doorway trying to give him a hand. Hold center. Send it. Target's down. Yeah, I don't know about old Mexico. Me and Stone, we never got along too good anyhow. Hey, you didn't fart in my rack, did you?
How's it going?
Yeah, it's been quiet. Wake me up if, things get thrilling.
I first heard about Stone a while ago.
Shit. Are you one of Walker's men? One of his wolves?
No. Look, let's get out of here first, then we can talk.
I'm not leaving the factory if it's operational. Stone is scary enough without lethal drones.
You got any ideas?
I've been working here 15-hour days for months. I've thought a lot about blowing up the building. I've been preparing for this. I built a jacker to overload my energy cells in case they fell into the wrong hands. Just hook up this device, and I've programmed it so that once you're out of range, they will implode.
It's ready. Time to go.
Shit, it's Flycatcher.
Go. Go! Paula! Go! Go! Move! Ah, shit! Get back! Get back!
How bad is it?
It's nothing a shot of tequila can't fix, all right? Listen, we gotta change of plans. We need to get you some help sooner rather than later.
Take me to South Cape Station. There are people there that can help.
It's ready. Time to go.
damn it!
Fucking chopper. Does the mission fail?
Should investigate.
I'll come along.
Ugly bastard! I'm going in!
What? Cover! Moving! Moving to neutralize target!
Jesus. The bleeding's not stopping.
Keep pressure on it. Hey, stay awake.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Those nasty drones I just fought. Did you design them?
Partly. Flycatcher, he customizes his own drones. He's an amateur engineer. He'll change out a turbine, adjust the programmed behavior.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's dangerous. Flycatcher was my personal jailer for months. He's one of Walker's alpha wolves. I think you know the type. When one of my engineers disappeared, there was a rumor that Flycatcher abducted her. I'm not sure why, but knowing what Wallace was working on, it can't be good.
Flycatcher sounds like somebody I should track down.
Yes. Please do. And be sure to hurry. his feelings for me.
I'm sure I'll come up with a witty insult. Was Wallace at that R&D lab we just left?
No, she was staying in the Grandview mansion when she went missing.
Paula? Hey, Paula, stay awake. We're almost there. Hey, stay awake.
Is this how you imagined it?
You ever see her?
Have you been able to break it yet? Quiet for a second, I'm trying to concentrate on this.
Come on. Hey! This woman needs help. She said she knew a doctor here.
Paula! Take her to medical.
Come on. It's gonna be all right.
What happened to her?
Drones attacked us.
And you saved her?
Sure.
How the hell did you find her?
Daigoro told me where she would be.
My brother. Of course. But Jay Skell told you to look for her.
And Paula Madeira is a friend of yours.
You'd be surprised how many people think transhumanism is a shitty goal. You can visit Paula in the medical bay.
F-sharp? Thanks. I think I've cracked this. That Morrison is some genius.
Ready for this fight?
I should never have helped make those drones. Guess I'm paying for my sins.
They didn't give you much choice.
Yeah. Painkillers make me think too much. I know you want something. everybody's after me like I'm belle of the ball.
I'm working with Jace Skell.
He's alive?
He's alive. And he needs your help, Paula.
Why would I help him? Jace did this. This is all him.
Let's just say he's seen the light. And he wants to fix things. But he can't do it alone.
I trusted him when I followed him out to this godforsaken island, and he lied to all of us. He betrayed us. I'm sorry. But if you trust Jace Skell, you are just as stupid as we were.
Paula. You know he's not working for Sentinel, right?
He was. You should ask him what they were working on. Ask him about Project Deus.
You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in? Don't lead Sentinel back here. Lives are at stake.
Drones! Drones! They're gonna put this thing on drones?
I know. Ghosts are doing everything they can to stop it.
Hey, did you find Paula?
Sure, but you won't come here.
She kinda hates me right now.
You, kinda didn't mention that.
I thought she'd be over that. Things on a roll the way they are. Hope she'd help us out.
Once I said your name, she wouldn't even talk to me. What's Project Deus?
Project Deus isn't the problem. Problem is, she can only see the harm it can do. Great to see you again.
Great to see you too, sir.
Lieutenant Colonel Walker, Paula Madeira.
Please, call me Cole.
Paula is Skeltech's most brilliant engineer.
Now. I've seen your designs, ma'am. I'd say that brilliant, that's an understatement.
And I've seen your resume. It's heavily redacted.
Yeah. So I take it that, that's not for the field test?
No, that won't be ready for a few months.
Wow. I want to ask you, the, work you're doing on deep learning AI controlling these drones, how's that going?
Excuse me? Using deep learning AI? How?
Specifically, data mining? Target identification?
We haven't, explored those options yet.
You mean to tell me that you have the top computer scientists in the world developing some sort of supercomputer and you, haven't explored those options yet?
He's talking about Maddox. He's talking about Project Deus.
Imagine it. Using this beast of a computer, with predictive analytics, finding terror threats, eliminating them with drones.
You want to build a super intelligent computer, and the first thing you want to do with it is kill people?
Oh, man. First thing I want to do is keep the free world safe. I'm sure that you, well, you understand that.
And who's going to keep the free world safe from Project Deus? I want nothing to do with this.
Don't... Just... Paula!
Jace, if she's truly brilliant, she'll come around.
So you and Walker were pals, huh?
Everyone was... Nomad. We need Paula's help. No one knows the system better than she does.
I like you, genius, but some of your choices get people hurt.
All the big choices do. Look, I know how to get her to help us.
I'm listening.
2 things. You need to find evidence on the explosion in my lab.
You really know who did it?
I'm almost certain the Outcast did it. But you need to show Paula evidence on the explosive device itself. Second, you need to visit Paula's husband.
She did not mention a husband.
Look for him in Aurora Hospital. Nomad. This won't be easy for her. But after it's done, she'll know who to trust.
All right. We need her help.
What were our lives? Part of a test run?
Looks like that's all we are to these bastards.
No. My life will not be a test run for genocide. I'm gonna demand Schultz calls a meeting.
Stay out of trouble.
Focus is my forte.